Hey everybody, my name is Brian Geegan, aka Victoria Geegan or Vicky Geegan. This is my first weekly newscast that I'm doing. It's sort of ad hoc from my home. It's really small, but anyway, I just wanted to let a lot of you know that with Infowars.com that you've all been part of a sort of a spoof by a bunch of people in the media business. That they're upset about the media and what they're doing to control everybody with these fake media stories that are controlled by the government. These big global corporations such as ABC, NBC. I'm not even Fox News. It's easy to manipulate people and manipulate the public, and this is one of the things our government's doing with the Jane Helm scare that's going around as part of a government psychops, and controlling people just to be in fear. And with this, these North American free trade agreement that's been passed, opening up the borders of Mexico, and now they're opening up, borders to Asia for trade. That's how the European Union started, which has led to a lot of economics collapse. And we need to stop these people, and we need to wake up, and we need to support people that are fighting this thing. Even people in the media are waking up now. Like the Alex Jones show. It's a great bunch of people that are just really dedicated and bringing about freedom to everybody and changing the elections and trying to bring about diversity too. And that's what the main thing about it is we have to bring about diversity if we're ever going to get our country back. We need to support people like Beth Ann and Sheriff Richard Mack with the Oath Keepers. My town got out of the Union. We're a constitutionalist town. We finally have a constitutionalist police chief who doesn't go around having his police officers pull people over to generate revenue. It's happened to me in another town nearby, and I've got to fight a ticket on it. But this is what's going on. They have these programs, such as this Clicker a Ticket campaign. They claim is to prevent, car accidents and stuff, when that's really not the case. The case is to allow more officers on the streets with federal funds, so that they have the federal strings attached to them, so then they become federalized. As part of more of the police state, which we've been in since September 11, which we all know was engineered anyway. Our government, through fighting a war with Russia, trained a lot of these terrorists and gave them American weapons, and in turn has come back to bite us in the butt like before. And it just gets me so mad to see that. They work with people in the Middle East, and they try to pit people against each other. And then, we showed a perfect example of that. All of us fighting these information wars and trying to show the truth, to people, and how ridiculous the whole thing is with the government and what they're doing. So we need to elect people that can really turn things around. People like Ben Carson, who's running for president, or even Rand Paul, or I don't know about his dad. He's getting kind of out there in left field, but I think it's more of his age than anything else. But they're good people, and we need to stand behind them, because the people that I know that are trying to turn this thing around, their forefathers fought for this country to be free, and they like the anonymities, so they work hard to keep themselves anonymous, except for a certain relative who's trying to stir people up with another relative that has a famous, now going global, worldwide radio program, and he started it, everybody knows. And he will be starting his new program, coming back on the air July 20th, and we wish everyone to listen to his radio program, his new venture with the shortwave radio station, WTWW, on 585 kilocycles at 5.085 late at night, and it's got a strong signal, I know, up here in the Northeast, and it should be really good. Check in, support them, and support Darkness Matters radio, digital radio network, and all the other media endeavors that are connected with it. Great bunch of people trying to turn the country around. They're sick of it too. They're sick of seeing their neighbors without jobs, hurting, part-time, suffering, all this baloney going on. So much deadlock in the White House between Congress and Senate, especially with the president we have, and his wife. There's things about her that are true that's come around the internet, and it's hard for him. I wish I wasn't in his position right now. It's an awful thing, but we really got to wake up and get the right people in there that can work together and bring about diversity. We want to see a good America, a future America that's free, like our forefathers wanted, with the old Whig Party and the Federalist Party, being back in power and turning things around again, and not having these idiots that are getting controlled by lobbyists who pay, from these big corporations but they have a good, free, diverse America where everybody's treated equal no matter what their race, nationality, gender, or status. So like me, which I'm working on changing my gender because I can't help it, but we need to just come together right now to turn things around. Hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we can save our country and get us out of this global government and turn things around. You know, bring back a country to what it's supposed to be, and what our founding fathers, forefathers wanted it to be, another free country. And I hope that my dear friend out there, who is really a fighter for the information war in the media business, he knows who he is. He's very well to do. He revealed himself to me today, and he's got me a few times, being gullible as I am with his own stuff. But if you want to, learn about this stuff and get involved, you should have a little fun too at the same time. Check out that Midnight in the Desert returning to the radio on July 20th. But like I said, that's all. I felt I had to go on the air now and say something. I do run a Part 15 microwave AM station, which I'm going to be doing some upgrades to and trying to get things a little bit better. Streaming alternative media, it's kind of fun, and I don't know, it's just a good time. But it's also bringing people together for a common cause to turn our country back to what it should be and making it a better country. We get a government that lies and stuff, so we're trying to show how ridiculous it is by exaggerating certain media events, and with a lot of seriousness too, like this new trade agreement that they're passing. We just have to do something about it and stop it. So we need to call congressmen, senators, and tell them, hey, we're not going to take it anymore. You guys work for us. It's supposed to be a government for the people, not a government by the government, for the government, and getting bigger. Now, I've got a neighbor of mine who has a business. Her husband passed away, and the IRS, she got to run it because she missed a tax payment. They wanted the property, so they tried harassing her, and they sent everybody letters in the neighborhood and all their customers, and it was just awful what they did. That's not right. That's unconstitutional. And then, just the other day, in front of where I live, I'm watching game wardens in my state, illegally searching boats, claiming it's for safety. And the Constitution says we're protected from illegal search and seizure. They can't do that without probable cause or a warrant, but they do it anyway. It's little things like this that gets people all on edge and freaking out and acting wacky. So we kind of tend to exaggerate things, and we stage stuff to bring recognition to the truth of what's going on and make it worse. So people will start thinking, we'll wake up and take a stand against it. So we need to. So I guess this is my first, broadcast in the weekly news, and until next week, I'll see you later. So Vicky and I will catch you all later. Have a good week. If you have a bad day today, it'll be a better day tomorrow. Bye, everybody.